Hello.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Miami Dolphins taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Did you fall asleep?
No, I'm walking my dog.
Oh, because you didn't pick up the mic. All right, then, bitch.
Oh, nah. I said I'm going back and hit the shower and go get ready for this call. I had to come take him out so I get ready to get dressed.
All right.
I have to even stop the broadcast. All right.
All right.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tua going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Ravens have got it.
You guys.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And he's brought down. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
All right, guys,
It's
come
a
on.
loss of a yard
Bullshit.
there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews. Touchdown.
Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
The numbers for him from a week ago, and you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Breida on a toss left. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Tua's throw going to find his running back, Breida. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
There you go.
That was short one to Gesicki.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up
get more
a lot
yards
of
than 1
yardage
yard, guy.
after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
A 66-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Dolphins 3.
And stadium is abuzz after that one. Understandable, so I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
25-yard.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
The 30-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews.
Jackson's pass.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
44-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 58 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a Raven first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Jackson on first down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I didn't touch that dude. Come on, stop cheating.
We can't have that.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore,
Who was
an
that?
absolute perfect fit.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Dolphins 3.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Dobbins. That is not going to be any help as they
job,
dump him
guys.
behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to pass, Tua. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it would have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
24-yard line.
Well, the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could
we have in the
and have
backfield.
success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
No, not again. You're going back to the back. Come on, guy. Dude, staying hurt, man. He ain't finished the
So
game.
now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now a carry for Dobbins. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
A gain of
That's a
7.
staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pass incomplete.
Oh, God
the
damn
flag
it.
in the backfield.
Oh,
this might be a
come on.
roughing call.
You seen that? That was stupid.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Now Jackson on 1st down, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 13-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Dobbins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a run.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Going to the air, Tagovailoa into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
You saw the guy standing right there.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they
Slant
have the
one.
football and will set
Stupid.
up shop at the 33-yard line.
First and 10.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
With the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Dobbins. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well.
Yeah, what are
Some
y'all doing,
frustration
man?
showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Come on, man. Set the tone. You better do something.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
So this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Humphrey on the coverage.
Tua going to throw. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
You throw a ball that bad. Oh, they just cheating. Wow. That's some bullshit. Come on, guys.
1st and 10.
Wow.
At their own 20-yard line.
He threw it into the receiver. Oh, that's a bad route. It's a bad throw. That can't be right. They don't want me to win. They're cheating. I see that already.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start with an AFC East matchup. The New York Jets taking on New England in Foxborough. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaudge.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All right, guys, we got to play.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, and then just
what is y'all doing?
One game at a time, right?
And they have to. And look, the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So, yes, take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no let-up, no getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their goals.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson.
Picked off.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
Fullback all off. Into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
You know, stop, guys. Come on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll run. It's Dobbins.
God damn it.
They will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Right past him. Come on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On second down, Dobbins. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to have a
guys, what was that?
As the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Nope, don't hit him.
This is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but it was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
7, Dolphins 10.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Lamar Jackson.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That'll be complete to Breida. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
That's some
and it's
bullshit.
picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back.
Ain't throw the ball.
Touchdown.
Oh, man. They cheating, boy. Wow.
And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And here's the Ravens defense as they head back out there now. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The 22-yard line.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. The lead is theirs here in the third quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell
Fuck you, Hobson. What the hell you doing? You losing, bitch?
first tackle. Luckily,
Yep, bad.
there are more people there to get him
You
down.
liar. You such a liar, boy.
I am losing bad, bitch. Shut the fuck up, ho. Fuck out of here.
Stop lying, fuck.
Before going out.
Let me look at my shit. On my phone, my tablet.
Man, suck my dick.
You be lying, dog.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this
Right.
drive, we
Hey,
have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Did you get it? You got into the lead?
The first throw for the backup, Rosen.
Hold on.
He's got this one completed to
Hello?
Mills.
What,
And
bitch?
he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little
All right, I'm coming out.
inside the 40. A good pickup
All right.
there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
All right, Hobson, I'm about to fucking go. Fuck you.
After that last
Right,
catch, good for 8
fucking-
yards.
I thought I was gonna have a minute, but he here now.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with 3rd and 2.
As usual, good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his
fuck is
favorite
this
runs,
shit?
whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, and try and get him over 100 yards.
Can't
So the
stop him.
ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Makes the score Ravens 37, Dolphins 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Know your job.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Now a short one to Gesicki.
Drag route.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They run again with Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it.
17.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On the carry.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Wow.
And he will have the Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And how might this affect them for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Jackson, and that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So out comes the field goal team once more. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23.
40. Dolphins 17.
7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. 2 and now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's airing it out for Whip. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. 39 yards there, a big one.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's got it, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Going to the air, Tagovailoa to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That keeps the score. Ravens 40.
Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On first down, Dobbins, and he's going to be met at about the 43. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a rare loss for them as they fall to 13-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.